I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the All Things Good channel. It's Vlogmas, day 14. I'm just off to the Invisible Chef's house actually for hopefully a nice little meal, but I also want to go and do some shopping, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to go to B&M or Home Bargains, but I need to go and have a good look about a few bits and pieces. I haven't got Nancy with me today, but she's being looked after by Grace and Tom today, so it just gives me the opportunity to do a little bit of extra Christmas shopping and a few little bits and pieces I need, because next week I'm a bit sort of all over the place with going into hospital as well. So I needed today a day to myself really to get a few little bits and pieces done. So let's get underway and get into today's video. I hope you enjoy it. So I arrived at the Invisible Chef's house, picked him up and went straight back out again. And it was actually B&M we went to that is by his house. We had a good look around there, got some bits and pieces that I needed, and then we had to pop into Aldi and had a look in there too. pretty successful trip to B&M and Aldi. I've just got back home. Hasn't it gone cold again? Oh my goodness, I'm going to leave my coat on for a bit for the house to warm up, because there was no heating on when I left, and I've only just switched it on, and the house was at 14.5 degrees, which is very cold for my house because it's quite modern and very well insulated, and it's normally like being abroad 24 hours a day in this house. It's normally roasting in this house, but no, it's actually cold, but it won't take long to warm up. So I'll show you what I've bought. I think I'm actually practically there on Christmas presents. I just need to buy an extra thing for Nancy and a few little stocking fillers. I have bought a few little stocking fillers today, but I have completed all my wrapping predominantly, so I now know exactly where I'm at with everybody. But I just need a few little extras, which I'm sure I can get this week or in the week leading up to me nipping into hospital. And hopefully I'll recover quite quickly after that, and I'll be able to go out again if needs be. But if I don't need to, or I can't get out, A, I can send other people out for me, and B, I'm practically there. So I've been pretty organised actually. Right, so what did I get in B&M? Quite a bit actually. Little stocking fillers and things. I thought this was quite cute in B&M. Live Life in Colour, and it's a set of multicoloured matches in a bottle, and I know that Grace tried to buy something like this in TK Maxx the other week, a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was. And she was with Tom. Now her boyfriend Tom is 22, Grace is 19, and they got to the counter and they refused to sell them to them because they didn't have any ID on them. I can't quite get my head around that one. Well, I can and I can't, but on this one it doesn't say anything about not being sold to anybody under the age of 18. I'm not quite sure what happened in TK Maxx, but anyway, because you can get one, I saw this in B&M and I got it for her, £4. So that's a little extra stocking filler. This is for Grace as well. I thought this was so good. You've seen these in the video. A bath, for the bath, an elf hair wrap. So you can tie your hair up when you're putting your makeup on or you're in the bath. And there are various ways to do it, look, as well. But I thought that's so cute. She's going to look like a little elf in that. She'll love that. Love that. This is for Adam, a Star Wars The Mandalorian, and it's a light, a little lamp, a little light. So that's a little stocking filler for someone who's nuts about Star Wars, amongst other things. I got this reduced to £5, and I had a good look at it, as you saw in the video, because I couldn't work out why it was reduced to £5, and I wondered whether it's just getting closer to Christmas now and they want to get rid of stock, or whether it was broken or chipped. It's not broken or chipped. Very, very cute. A little gonk cookie jar. So I thought that's going to look quite cute in the kitchen. I'm not quite sure where to put him yet, but we will put some Christmas cookies and biscuits in there. And again, Grace loves a gonk. Don't we all love a gonk? But I think that will appeal to her. But we will put that in the kitchen somewhere. Maybe we should put it by the hot chocolate station, then you can have a cookie with your hot chocolate, which I still haven't used. Anyway, I then got a few little, if you can hear drilling, it's not in my house, it's next door. I think they're having some works done next door, and I keep hearing this drill, and I can actually feel it as well. So they must be having quite a big job done next door. I don't know what's going on. I bought a clipper lighter for my candles. I have a few of these. They are refillable, but I always forget to refill them, and they're actually quite cheap in B&M. They're only £2 each, so they last quite a long time for me as well, so I don't bother refilling them. I just buy new ones. But my one upstairs has run out, so I've got that. I've got some new fabric conditioner, which is from Comfort, but I haven't tried this one before. This is the Heavenly Nectar, and I did have a little bit of a sniff of it in the shop, and it is quite heavenly, and that's a new one for me. I haven't tried that one, so I thought I'd get that, and that was on offer in B&M. I can't remember how much. I've got my receipt here. Oh, I have, hang on. It was, £2.99. I think it should have been £3.99, so that's not too bad, actually. That was quite a good one. I got some more Zaflora, a big one in Winter Spice. Loving this one. I've got through the other one I bought almost the other day, last week. And oh, that's it. Well, I can't show you the last thing that's in the bag because someone's watching, possibly. But then I popped into Aldi. I got carried away with looking at all the food, but I didn't buy any food. But I did buy this. And it is a serving dome. Now I have got a cheese board and dome, so I'm not going to use this for cheese, but it's a serving dome and it has 3 pieces. I'm not going to open it now, but if you have a look inside, you can actually have it, the bottom section is like for dips and nibbles, but you can also take those sections out. You can turn it upside down and use the top bit as, say, like a salad bowl and have your dips and nibbles underneath. You can have without the dome on at all and have it as a serving nibbly plate thing, or you can take the middle out completely and you can put your cake in it, like that picture there, and store your Christmas cake. So it is a sort of 3-in-1 job, which I was very happy about. Let me tell you how much it is. Got the receipt. It was £9.99. Oh, that was pretty good in Aldi. Yeah, I like that. Serving dome, a multitude of uses. So that's my little shop. Oh, house is warming up now. Good. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, take my coat off, sit down and get myself packed together. It's day 14. While I sit down and get myself together for a few minutes, I'll show you this that the Invisible Chef has made. Now, this one was kind of going to be taken from the Nigel Slater's Christmas Chronicles book, but we had to do a different adaptation because this was meant to be roast goose with applesauce and lemon potato stuffing. However, we searched for a goose everywhere, all the supermarkets that said they were going to stock goose, we couldn't get it. And the butchers that we found that did have goose wanted £90. So we actually bought a whole duck for £11 instead. And rather than making applesauce, we actually made a pear sauce. I can honestly tell you that our adaptation was absolutely gorgeous. I will link Nigel Slater's roast goose recipe down below for you so you can have a look on the website. But this is what we did instead. So we washed the duck and dried it really, really well. And then we actually started making the pear sauce. The Invisible Chef peeled, cored and roughly chopped the pears, put them in a heavy base saucepan and squeezed lemon juice to the pan with some cinnamon sticks and some cloves. You then need to bring it to the boil, lower the heat and leave to simmer until the pears are nice and soft. Remove and discard the cloves and the cinnamon stick. Then crush the applesauce finely with a fork or potato masher, put it in a bowl and leave to cool. Put some oil in a very large baking tin and then the Invisible Chef added shallots, rosemary and thyme sprigs. Season well with lots of salt and pepper, and then we made sure that the duck was completely dry before giving it a good old stab with a very sharp knife all over. Nigel Slater's recipe calls for the potatoes to actually be stuffed inside the goose. We didn't do that, but we did put quite a bit of salt inside the duck, and then we parboiled the potatoes, gave them a shake to rough them all up. Then they went into the pan with the shallots, oil, thyme, rosemary and seasoning. You then need to place the duck or the goose on a wide tray over the baking tray and then pop it in the oven. I then got on to making some side veg, and I did some parboiled carrots and then put them in a roasting tin with a little bit of oil, some seasoning and lots of honey. Whatever meat you choose, stick to the instructions as to how long to cook it for, but about halfway through, we then removed it from the oven, gave the potatoes a good old shake through the oil and seasoning, and then put the duck back in the oven. A bit later on, we took it out again, and then we basted it very, very well. Then we put the duck to one side and got on with making some gravy. Then it was time to carve up the duck, and actually this duck wasn't particularly big, but there was plenty to serve 2, maybe 3 out of this size. Put it all together, sat down and had a beautiful dinner, and the pear sauce was an amazing accompaniment to the duck. Absolutely gorgeous. The house is nice and warm yet, but I just haven't had time to take my coat off. Oh well, I'll do it in a minute, because now it's time for the Advent calendar, day 14. Look at all these gaps we've got now. Here's day 14. It's a charm. It's a charm. I don't know how many more charms we're going to get on this charm bracelet, but today it's silver. Oh, a lovely mix of colours on this charm bracelet. Gold, silver and rose gold. And what is it today? It's like, I think it's a flower. Oh yeah, it is a flower, I think. Can you see that? Not very well. Lighting's not great here, is it? But it is a little flower. Another 10 days. That's all, and I should be wearing that bracelet in all its glory. I'm quite tired now. Day 14, I am quite tired now, but I have one more day to do at work and I'm finished. That is it. So apart from the hiccup of having an op next week, things should get a little bit easier. After my last day at work, we can just sit back and do nothing but Christmas. Wow. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me again on Vlogmas day 14. I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and if you have, please like and subscribe and share if you haven't done already. And I will see you again tomorrow for Vlogmas day 15. Until then, stay safe, stay in the boat and keep doing all things good. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I'm going to go for a rest. Good night. Bye.